And
Pradeep, are you getting my audio? I have a question for you.
Go ahead, Nupur. I'll answer that, then I'll answer both together.
Yeah.
Shivani has it. Yes, Shivani.
Yeah, I think this is for your numbers only, and I think it will help us if we just focus on the numbers and go grade by grade, and then that will help you explain your numbers as well.
Sure.
Now, for the BJP, you're showing a decline of about 5 to 6% in their vote share, but an upswing of about 15 seats. For the JDU, you're showing a reduction in their vote share by about 1.8%, but a reduction in seats by 35. So, of course, these are, first of all, how do you explain the BJP? Their vote share is going down, but their seats are going up. Would you want to explain that first?
Shivani, the vote transfer between the BJP and JDU has not happened in the direct proportional manner. So places where the JDU has 75% of the candidates JDU has given MLAs have been repeated MLAs. Now in those places, the MLAs have been facing anti-incumbency. And in those seats, you will see that the core voter of the BJP has not directly transferred to the JDU there. That is point number one. That is, in these seats, you will see situation where the BJP core voter, rather than directly going to the JDU, has gone to others or has shifted towards LJP. This is why we say that LJP has impacted JDU in more than 25 seats. With respect to the BJP, the core voter of the BJP on BJP seat is completely intact. Apart from that, the Paswans in seats where the BJP is contesting, because LJP is not contesting, have completely gone towards the BJP. So this is added to the BJP's tally, and this is why you see that BJP has not seen a big differential in terms of its seat reduction. In fact, the BJP is on a gain. So that is why the BJP and JDU are differing in terms of their outcomes on vote share transferability to seat share. And with respect to the panelists saying that 70% of the Bihar population is not covered, I completely disagree to it. It's one of the largest population, and when you do a purposive random sampling, it is not that you cover every individual. It is about covering every demography and every representative caste. And this is why we focused on nodes like the panchayats, we focused on nodes like the villages, which is where the majority of Bihar population resides. So we are quite confident about the number. If the NDA does good, the NDA has to win 70% of the nail-biting seats, and this is where the number can get closer to 120, 121, 122. Yes.
Sardar RP Singh, Pradeep is predicting that the BJP could win anywhere between 60 to 75 seats. It's a neck-and-neck fight, but yes, there is an edge for the Mahagathbandhan. What's your first reaction to this, to the projection of Jan Ki Baat?
Well, it's hardly 7:30 right now, and then people are still in queue for voting. They are not voted still. So I'll appreciate tomorrow. Let's sit on this when the final total is being done, because this is probably done for the first two phases, not for the last phase also. One thing. Secondly, people were giving Joe Biden a complete clean sweep. And what's happening there? It's like neck tie. I mean, all posters in America could be wrong. I'm not saying the Pradeep Bhandari is not a good poster, but things on ground are different at times, and polls outcomes are different. So wait for that time.
Pradeep wants to comment on that.
Sardar RP Singh is a very good friend. I will request him to go on my Twitter and check. In fact, I said that it will be a nail-biting contest on US. But the phase 3 voting has been covered till 4:30 in these numbers. And you will see the 6 o'clock result also reflecting in the next 10 minutes. So that phase 3 voting has been taken into account till 4:30 p.m. In the next 10 minutes, you will see that it will be taken into account till 6 o'clock. I remember this late surge logic which was given even during the time of Delhi elections, where we were saying that the late surge is not happening in favor of the BJP, it happened in the favor of Aam Aadmi Party, and at the end, and everybody else was saying something contrary to it. So I firmly believe that at this moment the youth particularly have not voted in favor of the JDU, and this is why JDU is pulling down the NDA. The Narendra Modi factor is intact, and JDU has repeated 75% of the sitting MLAs, which are suffering an anti-incumbency of at least 10 years. Now there is no assembly election in this country. Look at Chhattisgarh, look at Rajasthan, look at Madhya Pradesh, places where candidates were suffering anti-incumbency or the chief minister was suffering anti-incumbency. Narendra Modi factor was able to push the seats ahead. It was not able to change the essence of the verdict. So the essence of the verdict remains that there is anti-incumbency against Nitish Kumar.